The case classification and their development for would-be mathematics teachers training. As noted in the Standards for Training Mathematics Teachers developed by the Association of Mathematics Teacher Educators, an effective mathematics teacher must take into account the existing social contexts of learning and actively use and adapt existing innovative developments to the needs of a specific group of students. The use of the case method provides would-be mathematics teachers with ample opportunities to acquire and analyze practical experience. It is the analysis and modeling of specific situations that allow a would-be mathematics teacher to be trained to find effective ways to overcome problems in teaching mathematics, to correspond to society's order. The basis of the professional training of would-be mathematics teachers is methodological disciplines, such as methods of teaching mathematics, technologies of teaching mathematics, and several disciplines of students' free choice. The purpose of our research is the classification and development of cases that are expedient to use in the process of teaching methodological disciplines to would-be mathematics teachers. The classification is based on a theoretical generalization of the views of scientists and a survey of methodical disciplines teachers. The selection of cases in the classification process should be carried out taking into account such requirements. Availability. The choice of the case type should correspond to the level of methodological competence of students and readiness to produce creative solutions. Scientism. The cases are aimed at students mastering the scientific foundations of general and partial methods of teaching mathematics, forming the ability to systematically apply methods, forms, and technologies of learning. Systematicity. The use of cases in the process of teaching methodical disciplines should occur constantly and systematically, supplementing the traditional methods of teaching methodical disciplines. Contextuality and practical orientation. Cases in the process of teaching methodical disciplines as closely as possible simulate situations that would-be teachers will encounter in their professional activities. Methodological expediency. The choice of the case type is related to the type of class and the goal pursued by the teacher. Classification characteristics of cases in the education. By the amount of time for execution. By the level of difficulty. By the method of presentation. By the breadth of the covered problem. By the amount of time for execution, cases are divided into mini cases, medium-long cases, and long-term cases. Many cases require 15 to 25 minutes to find solutions. Medium-long cases require from 30 minutes to 1 hour to find solutions. Long-term cases require more than an hour to find solutions. It is advisable to use many cases as a means of creating a problem situation during lectures on methodical disciplines and in the process of practical class. It is appropriate to use medium-long cases in the process of practical classes on methodical disciplines. According to the level of complexity, the cases are divided into reproductive training, partial research, heuristic, and creative innovative. Reproductive and training cases contain structured information, a standard situation, which provides for the presence of 2 or 3 models of pedagogical activity to achieve an optimal result. Information in partial search, heuristic cases is not exhaustive. Such cases require additional analysis and modification of standard models of pedagogical activity. They may contain some absolutely unnecessary facts for finding a solution, information that distracts attention from key point. The choice of the case type by the level of complexity depends on the purpose of its use and the level of preparation of the students. For example, it is advisable to use reproductive training cases in lectures on methodical disciplines to create a problem situation. By the method of presentation, cases were divided into cases in printed, handwritten, form, multimedia presentation, and video cases. The choice of presentation method depends on the form of education and the teacher's technical capabilities. During distance learning, it is worth giving preference to 2 extreme types of cases. During face-to-face training in classrooms, it is appropriate to offer individual cases, mostly short ones, in printed form. At the same time, if technical capabilities are available, multimedia presentation and video cases should prevail. Based on the breadth of the covered problem, cases are divided into thematic and integrated ones. Thematic cases are related to the method of introducing concepts, proving statements, and studying a certain content line of the high mathematics course. Integrated cases require reliance on knowledge, skills, and subjective experience of one or more methodological disciplines. It is advisable to use thematic cases lecturing methodical disciplines to create a problem situation. Also, their application is useful during practical classes devoted to considering methods of teaching mathematics. It is appropriate to use integrative cases when students have already studied the basic course of mathematics teaching methods and are mastering other methodical disciplines. Also, their application is useful in final practical classes. You can see an example of a reproductive training thematic mini case on the slide. You can see a heuristic, integrated, medium-long example on the slide. The results of the online survey of university teachers of methodological disciplines made it possible to clarify the classification characteristics of the cases and to distinguish the types of cases in the teaching of methodical disciplines. An example of survey results on the slide. The analysis of scientific papers confirmed the relevance of the study of the case classification, which is expedient to use while teaching methodical disciplines training would-be mathematics teachers. Based on the classification and survey of respondents, the authors of the study determined the classification characteristics of cases, the amount of time to complete, the way of presentation, the level of complexity, and the breadth of the problem covered. For each type of case, examples are provided that can be used while teaching methodological disciplines of would-be mathematics teachers, and general requirements for case selection are offered. These requirements are based on taking into account the principles of accessibility, scientificity, contextuality, systematicity, methodological expediency, and practical orientation. An important direction for future research is to study the effectiveness of the given case classification while methodical training would-be mathematics teachers. Thanks you for attention.